Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I am repping my green because I'm an Eagles fan. And wait, there's a big Monday night game as they take on the Falcons. I have my green nails. I guess you can say I'm ready. Waiting for the football season to start. I am a football fan. Let's get the hunking. They say it comes in threes, and it does. Within the past week, James Earl Jones, then Frankie Beverly, and now the news this morning about Tito Jackson, one of the founding members of the Jackson 5, died at the age of 70 from a massive heart attack. He was driving from New Mexico to Oklahoma when it happened. He wasn't in the car by himself, but he realized something was wrong. I guess the pain set in. He pulled the car over, and that's when he died. As a founding member of the Jackson 5, he was the one who put that bug in his dad's ear to start a group because he was 10 years old. And Joe Jackson caught him playing his guitar. And at first, Joe was going to get mad. Joe had a temper. But realized, wait a minute, he can play this. And then he realized that his sons and daughter Janet, that the whole family was talented. Tito Jackson was a rock and roll Hall of Famer, a musician, a producer, a dad, Papa T, Coach T. His sons were the music group 3T. They put out a statement this morning about losing their dad. As I said, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. When you start with the Jackson 5, then you seg into the Jacksons. They were still touring. They were just overseas and just returned home. They just performed at a big concert that took place in Los Angeles. They were on the bill as well. Tito Jackson, 70 years old. He was silent, but he was the glue. He was the glue that held that group together. He suffered some tragedies. Of course, Michael Jackson's death, 2009. But then there was the untimely death of his ex-wife, the mother of his children. Back in 1994, his ex-wife was murdered by her husband, who was 20 years older than her. At first, it looked like, a drowning, but they kept pressing on because they knew something wasn't right, and they realized that his ex-wife was murdered. He knew his fair share of tragedy, preceded in death by Michael and his father, Joe Jackson. But Keith, Catherine, and the family, Janet, Jermaine, Jackie, Randy, the entire family, his sons. Tito stood out. And when you think about it, there is no other family dynasty like the Jacksons. They were our royalty. So it kind of hurt. You go back to Jackson 5, Jacksons, and Tito was there, a very nice man. I had a chance to meet him 2 years ago. Kenny Gamble and his wife, they had a fundraiser at a casino in Bensalem, and it was a little distance. And I was like, I don't feel like going, but I pressed on, and I'm so glad that I did. I had a chance to meet them. I was geeked. I was all excited because I never met them as a collective. I've interviewed Jermaine. I've met Janet, a couple of times, but I never met them as like that core. So that night was very special indeed, and they were very nice. Keep the Jackson family in prayer. Tito, you gave us some good memories with the Jackson 5 as well as the Jacksons. Did you guys watch the Emmy Awards last night? Did you like it? I have so many questions. I kind of didn't like it, but there were moments. I enjoyed Dan and Eugene Levy. I love the classic skits of the TV shows with lawyers and cops and villains, and I like that. The Happy Days part was really, really good. But I think the Emmy should be called the Emmys for streaming services, because they all won. Now, it's not knocking a streaming service, but everybody doesn't have all of these channels because it adds up. Abbott Elementary was totally shut out. Seems like the same people win all the time. It was a good night for Shogun, that Disney Plus Asian, action series. A very good night for them. I don't think The Bear is a comedy. I didn't watch it saying, oh, it's a comedy. I'm laughing. But they keep putting it in the comedy category. Your thoughts on that? It just feels like the same people win all the time. Now, why are streaming services so popular? Because you got the biggest movie stars coming to streaming services to act. If you're a woman at a certain age, they want to try to put you out the pasture. So you got these acting greats, and they're coming to the streaming services. But for an Emmy Awards, a ceremony that relies on either ABC, NBC, CBS, or Fox, and none of their shows, a few years ago they were pretty bad because reality TV took over. But now these networks are coming up with good shows. But guess what? They never get nominated, and they never win. Only Abbott Elementary. Everything else is streaming on a cable service. They should put the Emmy Awards on streaming services, since they never want to recognize, the regular free TV. Just my thoughts. You can leave your thoughts, but it was interesting. But streaming services have changed the game. You can watch them whenever you want. You got, bigger stars coming, but you got to pay for it. And let's face it, in this day and time, everybody doesn't have the money to be paying for all these streaming services. And you might as well get your cable back, because that's how high the bill is when you keep on adding. Donald Trump putting on his social site, he hates Taylor Swift in capital letters. There's so much hate rhetoric, and that's why you have all these incidents with guns. He basically was putting a target on this young woman, and I'm not a Swiftie. I admire her hustle. I admire that, how she has crafted her. But why would you put an unfair mark on her family, with just the hate? You get tired of the hate and the rhetoric. This is such. I'll be glad when this damn political season's over. We need a break before it starts up again. But the rhetoric and the hate and just the bullying. But to go on, you say you hate her because she's not endorsing you? That's one of the problems in this country. People can want to say and do just whatever in regards of anybody else. And it's a rhetoric, and people with the guns. Everybody don't need to have a gun, because everybody ain't right upstairs. I don't care what side of the party you're on. It's just a shame, and that was just very, very disheartening. Lil Wayne took to social media to say he's always wanted to do the Super Bowl, and he's hurt that he wasn't chosen. They've chosen Kendrick Lamar. Jay-Z makes the decisions, everybody. Everybody's like, there's a group, and they voted. It's Jay-Z. Okay. First of all, they're going to run into, I know the NFL has mostly black players, but if y'all don't put some country artists or other artists on it, you got to expand it. You're never going to make everybody happy. You're never going to make everybody happy. Shows like that are hard to produce, but they must be family oriented. Janet Jackson caught hell with that publicity stunt. And Lil Wayne it's just the music is just too dirty. It's a nice bop, but they can't be bleeping every 5 seconds of a song that's like too charged. Now, I'm sure they're going to get some New Orleans artist. It could be a trombone shorty, but they gotta play it safe. They have to. I don't care if it's any artist that you put on there. They gotta play it safe. I don't care what music genre, you must play it safe, because they never want to go through that incident with Janet Jackson. And it was such a shame because Janet Jackson wasn't known for being some ultra provocative person. People were excited to see this legend dance on that stage. I was like, Wayne, you know exactly why they ain't pick you. They can't be bleeping. You can't get on there and say, well, that's the song. No. Nah. It's geared as a family oriented. I mean, remember the year that Shakira and Jennifer Lopez were dancing? It was too sexual. Child, CBS got so much. I think it was CBS when they aired. They got so many complaints. They said, where is this show? I'm telling you, one year they're going to play it super safe and they're going to put, you watch, you mark my words, a country artist on that stage. Not that they can't be dirty, but you can't make everybody happy. That's the one thing about these halftimes or festivals. Everybody is not going to be happy. I'm hearing that Beyonce is going on another world tour, this time a country tour to promote Cowboy Carter. It's going to start in London. Shabuzi, I hear, is going to be one of the acts performing. Tyrese is telling everybody that he was not arrested, he was detained. I'm getting tired of Tyrese. Tyrese, you weren't paying your child support. Who's going to pay that bill? The story just always changes. I'm just so tired of stunts. Another stunt. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez with their children at a lunch. Oh, they were kissing. Jennifer Lopez wants to play this. We're going to give this image for the press. Ben Affleck is miserable. He wants out of that marriage today. But he got to go along to get along and can't make her mad. There was no prenup. But he's ready to be out of this marriage and he had checked out. Despite the reports you'll hear, oh, they were kissing. They still get a divorce. And Ben he can't even hide. He has no poker face. The paparazzi showed up and you could see the look on his face. He was mad because it's all a show. It's all smoke and mirrors. Smoke, mirrors. Smoke, mirrors. The minute they caught his face, I guess he said, where'd they come from? Ben, you should know they're going to be everywhere. But with Jennifer Lopez, it's all imaging. And she doesn't want to seem like she's been dumped by her husband. But the reality is, she's been dumped by her husband. Nobody wants to be dumped. You're a man or woman, you don't want to be dumped. But another big publicity stunt. The Luther Vandross documentary, Never Too Much, hits theaters November the 1st. It goes to HBO Max January. And the BET Hip Hop Awards October 15th, live from Las Vegas. You will have to tell me who's performing because I don't know any of these artists. It's not the hip hop that I knew with the lyricists. It's just a bunch of what in the world is going on. As you can tell, I had a lot on my mind today. I asked a lot of questions. So please leave your comments because conversation is important. And I love hearing other people's perspectives and different opinion. You know me. We keep it nice because you can agree to disagree. You can agree and say, we're going to disagree, but we cool. It's going to be like that. The notification bell is going to let you know that I'm here. Leave a comment. I'm always saying, leave your comments. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. But more importantly, y'all know I ain't eat no fried foods for the month, so sometimes I just get subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. So how is the fried journey going? I am holding up strong, even though everywhere I turn, there's fried food. And I said, I'm going to see everybody October 1st. I just had to show that I could do some discipline, that I have really got out of hand in the month of August. Every day can't be a party. But it's going good. But when I say these parties and just different events, but I said, I gotta last till the end of September. And I started this, y'all, in August. So I could, even if it's sometime in August, I can say, I did 30 days. I got some discipline, so we're gonna see. I got my Eagles green on. We shall see. It's not cute not knowing. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. And conversation is a must. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.